Good night, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I joined the live laughing because my co-host, and I'm going to call him out. I'm going to call him out, guys. My co-host, Unseen, who is supposed to be here, is not here as yet, and I have to call him out. I have to call him out. But anyway, welcome, guys. Welcome to another night of track and field business. Whether you're whichever continent you're coming from, welcome. If you're coming from Africa, Asia, North America, South America, Antarctica, Oceanic. Did I miss anyone? Europe, all seven continents. Welcome. Welcome tonight, and I'm your girl, HP. Yes, my name is HP. For those of you who are not familiar with me, my name is HP, and my podcast is HP Chat Track Studio. And of course, I'm all about the Jamaica track and field legacy. That's what I'm about, the Jamaica track and field legacy, the people who have done it, the coaches, the athletes, the sponsors, the managers, people like me, everybody who is a part of the legacy. That is what we do over here. But tonight we are here to talk about the Jamaica National Championship that just ended 2 days ago in Jamaica. We call it the trials because, of course, this is where a team is selected to represent the country. So I'm here tonight, just to talk about some things, some of the things I was happy about, some of the things I wasn't so happy about. And I hope that we have stuff in common. And if you want to jump on and chat with me, just let me know and I can post the link in the comment section. But don't go anywhere. Stay right there and I will be right back to join you. I'll be right back.
Jamaica's track and field legacy is unmatched. It is a story of triumph, resilience, and extraordinary talent. But do you know the stories behind the athletes who brought us glory? Hi, I'm HP, founder of HP Chat Track. My mission is simple: to celebrate the rich legacy of Jamaica track and field and shine a light on the incredible people who make it happen. Winning that race was a dream come true, but the journey wasn't easy. It's not just about medals, it's about inspiring the next generation. Jamaica track and field isn't just a sport, it's our pride, our culture, our heart. Every week I sit down with athletes, coaches and fans to bring you stories of dedication, passion and legacy. Plus, we've got exciting news and exclusive insights into the world of track and field. Make your Thursday night be at HP's place. Come hang out with us at HP Chat Track Studio, where track and field is our business. Jamaica, one people, one legacy.
Jamaica, one people, one legacy. Indeed, indeed, indeed. And if you weren't at the National Stadium, I'm sure maybe you were somewhere watching between Thursday and Sunday. And I'm hearing a lot of people saying that it was disappointing because athletes did not make their qualifying mark. But I'm here tonight to shed some light on some of that. It wasn't as bad as we think it was, and this is why I like to work with data. The data is going to show that majority of our athletes have actually made the qualifying mark, whether they made it at the national trials or it was made before. But believe me, more than 80% of our team has their qualifying mark going into Japan on in September of this year. But my question to you guys is, do you think the team is ready for Japan? That is my broad question tonight. Is the team ready for Japan? And I'm going to break down some of the performances, some of the performances and some of the athletes who we expected to make the team. Of course, they're all there. There was also another talk that the Grand Slam was too early and athletes would not be ready for trials. Well, let me tell you something. I had my pen and paper and I made note of all our athletes that competed on the Grand Slam circuit, whether it was one or two or all three races. And let me tell you, I have seen where the Grand Slam has helped a lot of our athletes to get ready. When you talk about Megan, which we're going to talk about a little bit more, but before we get there, let us look at some of the events. The men's long jump, of course, we know that we have lost someone from the men's long jump. And when I say we've lost someone, he has moved on to compete for another country. And I'm sure we've all heard about the switch of some of our top athletes to Turkey. And of course, Wayne Pinnock was one of them. But two of our men, they actually have the qualifying mark, which is Kerry McLeod and Tajay Gill. So we still have two men with the qualifying mark. So the long jump is not so bad. Of course, Wayne has been the medalist at what, two championships. He won a silver medal in Budapest, and of course he went on to the Olympic Games and won another silver medal for us. So Wayne is not in the party, so that is what is happening right there. So the men's long jump has lost some of its energy. Yes, it has. Welcome, Vivian Morano, 1988 Olympian for Jamaica. Vonnie M. Yvonne Saunders. Welcome also another of Jamaica's outstanding Olympian from the 1972, and of course she competed for Canada also at the Olympic Games in 1976. And welcome each and everyone for being here. Thank you for being here. As I said before, my co-host is not here as yet. I don't know if he will turn up, but you know something? We are going to have a little chat. Let us look at the women's long jump. We have not been strong in this event for a while now, but we have Akila Smith who is carrying this event. The mark for this event to get into the World Championship is 6.86 meters. And already she jumped a 681, but it was wind aided at the trials. But she has a 6.74 meters, and she's ranked high in the event. So she should be fine because as it is right now, she is ranked number 13, and it is 36 athletes that will be chosen for this event. But the season is still long. The diamond leagues are going on. A lot of meets are going on. So who knows if she will get pushed out of the ranking system, or she will be able to get that mark of at least 6.86. Tamika, welcome, welcome, good night to you. So Akila she is on her way to get that mark. So Tamika is asking who is my co-host. My co-host is Unseen TV, of course. Anyway, moving right along. My co-host is supposed to be on Scene TV, and he's not here as yet. But let's go to the women's triple jump. Tamika, you can join me if you want to. The women's triple jump, of course, I call Shanika Ricketts the queen of our triple jump because she has been holding down this event for a while now. Shanika Ricketts have been holding down this event. She won silver at the World Championship, silver at the World Championship, silver at the Olympic Games. So she is carrying this event. And of course, she too has the qualifying mark of 14.64. The mark there is 14.55. And you know, Shanika Ricketts is really the brains behind that event. Akila Smith is also a part of the triple jump, and she is what we would call in Jamaica. She's chasing the 14.55. She's not too far. She is at 14.44, and she ranked number 7 in this event. So again, Akila Smith is ranked very, very high in this event. But the season is very tricky this year because the World Championship will not be in July or August, but it will be in September, mid September in Japan. So let's see if Akila Smith can get that mark which I think she will because she has been on the last two teams, 2020, 2022. A matter of fact, she has been on the last few teams, 2022, 2023, 2024 for Jamaica. So I see her making this mark. Ah, this is a tough one. The men's triple jump. The men's triple jump, of course, we know what is happening there. Jaden Hibbert is no longer competing for Jamaica, so we dropped some more energy right there. More energy is dropped. But Jordan Scott been doing exceptionally well in this event from the start of the season, and he has achieved the mark for the World Championship. So let's congratulate him on that. He will be carrying the flag for us in the triple jump, and I'm so happy to see that because already we were missing Jaden Hibbert, who is outstanding. He was outstanding at the junior level, junior record holder. So now it will be everything is on Jordan Scott's back for Jamaica. But he's looking pretty good. He is getting some competition in, and he has set his qualifying mark already. So that's something good to see. The men discus again. Yeah, we have qualifying there. Ralford Mullins has thrown 69.31 since the season has started. So there again, we have someone in this event. Of course, we're going to miss the Olympic champion. I mean, I'm talking about these guys and my eyes get teary, but I am one of those track fans who accept sport as a business. It is a career and people have to go where they are able to earn because it's not just about amateur. It's not just about fun anymore. Sports is not just about fun. It is a big business. It is a big business, and these athletes have to earn their living. So wherever they go to earn their living, I have to accept that because it is a business. So in the discuss, we will not be seeing Roger Stoner, who won gold just a few months, less than a year ago for Jamaica. He won gold and set an Olympic record, not just one gold, but he set an Olympic record. He will not be in that event, but Ralford Mullins will be there to carry the flag for us. And Frederick Dakers is not far behind. Hopefully, he can get the mark also. The women's shot put, no disappointment there. Danielle Thomas Dodd, she is doing what she know how to do it for Jamaica, and already she has the qualifying mark. The qualifying mark is 18.80 meters, and she has gone 19 plus meters. So Daniel Thomas Dodd, another queen in the field, holding this event down for Jamaica. The men's shot put, we're yet to get a qualifier, and we're not ranked in the top 36. All field events are ranked. All field event athletes, it is the top 36 athletes that will be competing in all field events. As it is right now in the men's shot put, Jamaica is not yet ranked in the top 36, but we are ranked number 37. So we're not too far behind. So if our guys can get into some meets that will help them to achieve these marks, that would be very good for them. Um, the women's 400 meter. What can we say about the women's 400 meter? Let's go to the track now. Let's look at some track events. The women's 400 meters is at a different level. It's at a new level, and we're talking about these women are running 48 plus seconds. It's not 50 seconds anymore. It's not 51. It's 48 seconds plus low 49, and this is where it is. And our three top women have all achieved the mark. We're talking about Nikisha Price, we're talking about Dejanay Oakley, we are talking about Stacey-Ann Williams, also in the party. They are a part of the party. Let me just bring up some data for you guys from the trials. The 400 meters were Sunday, day 3. So let me just bring up some data just to show you what's going on here. Women 400 meters. Where are we? Day 4. Okay, for the women's 400 meter. Yep, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So let me just share this with you so you can see some of what I am seeing. Let's go here and hold on, guys. Let me just share my screen with you so you can see what I'm talking about. And here we go. Okay, so here I have some data for you. For the women's 400 meter, all 3 women got their qualifying mark. So it's Nikisha Price with 49.97 seconds. Dejanay Oakley, who she finished second at the NCAA championship. She is the young star coming into the party, and she has made her first senior team. A matter of fact, Dejanay Oakley was in high school just a few years ago. I think she left high school 2023, 2022, 2023. So she's very young. She's very young in the business. And of course, she is on the Jamaican team with a 49.65 seconds. So she too is doing well. And Shelly-Ann is still in the party with 50.08. So all 3 of our women have managed to get their qualifying mark. But with the men's 400 meters, the men's 400 meter is it's a little disappointing because none of our men have achieved, except for one. But our 3 top men from the trials, none of them has achieved the mark as yet. Of course, Rashid McDonald was very much in contention. He was very much poised to get that 44.85 or lower, but of course he slowed down at the line and he didn't. But I see Rashid McDonald getting this qualifying mark because count him out if we want, say whatever we want to say about Rashid McDonald, but this young man, he turns up every time for country. Rashid turn up every time for country, and we have to give him credit for that. We have to give Rashid credit for he knows when to turn up. He turns up, and Rashid McDonald, to me, I think he is underestimated because maybe he's not one of the popular ones, but just to give you a little data, Rashid McDonald is one of the few Jamaican track athletes that can say they won medal indoors, outdoors world championship at the Olympic Games, you name it. Rashid McDonald is one of the few Jamaican men can say that they've won medal at all 3 levels at the highest level. Tamika is saying Powell and Kennedy will get it as well. I think so because if you look at, or let me give you some more information here on the men's. Let me bring up the men's 400 meters. Now that Tamika has said that. All right, here we go. Men's 400 meters. Let us put some things in perspective here now. All right, here we go. Men's 400 meters. All right, here is the men's 400 meters. The qualifying mark is 44.85. If you look at their times, Rashid McDonald, 44.89, Delano Kennedy, 44.91, and Javon Powell, 44.90. So I do agree with Tamika that all 3 men can get the qualifying mark. And not to leave out Bovell McPherson, but he is the only Jamaican with the qualifying mark, and of course, he finished seventh. He finished seventh at the championship. So if none of these men achieve the mark, it will be Bovell McPherson who will be uh, competing for Jamaica at the World Championship. But as I said before, and I agree with Tamika, these three men, young men, can get the time. They can lower their time, but will all three of them, will they be able to push out McPherson? That is the next question because he has the qualifying time. But if they can achieve the time, then all three of them would go because they finish first, second, and third at the trials. But guys, if you're just joining us, welcome, welcome to HP Chat Track and on CTV. We're just here tonight looking at some of the performances at the trials over the weekend, and a lot happened, and there were bittersweet moments, there were high moments, low moments, but just looking at some of the events that took place, and we were just at the 400 meters for men. Tamika is saying, I think Sean Bailey has the time as well. Uh, well, Sean Bailey, and when I look at the rankings, Sean Bailey and Zandrian Barnes ranked number 34 and number 46 in the event. Let us just look to see if Sean Bailey is ranked. Let us look at Sean Bailey to see if he has the time. Okay, men's 400. Men's 400. Okay, guys, so we're now going to World Athletics page. And this is where we go to verify these things. Let's look. 400 meters. Looking at the 400 meters. Okay, Bovell McPherson is ranked number 35 with 44.78 for this year. Then Rashid McDonald, then Javon Powell, then Delano Kennedy, 44.85. Okay. No, Tamika, he doesn't. So Sean Bailey is not on the top list, but he might be very much ranked. Let's see where he is ranked. Okay, guys, I'm working with a lot of screens here just to ensure that I give you accurate data. Okay, looking at World Athletics ranking. Let's see where Sean Bailey would be. Okay, Sean Bailey is ranked number 34. So in terms of ranking, Sean Bailey is ranked number 34. But here what happened with that now. If none of our men make the cut, as in to get that time, then Sean Bailey might can find himself in, because for the 400 meters, it is 48 athletes from around the world that will be in the event. So based on ranking, Tamika, he is ranked number 34. Let's see where our guy, Zandrian Barnes, is ranked number 46. So those are the two highest ranked Jamaicans, Sean Bailey and Zandrian Barnes, 34 and 36 and 46. And this event will take only 48 athletes. So if Rashid McDonald, Delano Kennedy, or Javon Powell doesn't make the cut, it is a possibility that Sean Bailey and Zandrian Barnes can get in based on ranking. But what we have to remember is that the World Championship will be in September, and then we have 2 months of competitions going on around the world, including the Diamond League and other domestic meets. So the aim for these men is to try and get into some events to get their qualifying mark, or else Jamaica might only be seeing one male in the 400 meter. And that's what we can work on now, because it is just one male, and that's Bovell McPherson. But I do think McDonald and his counterparts can get that qualifying mark, and I would love to see that. I really, really would love to see that. Alrighty, let's go to the women's 400-meter hurdles. What can we say about this event? The 400-meter hurdles. I mean, Rochelle Clayton just know when to turn up. She know when to turn up and to get on that tee. And of course, let me give you some more data. Our women in the 400-meter hurdles. The 400-meter hurdles ran on day 3. Let's go to that. Here we are, the women's 400-meter hurdles. And let me just share this with you. Let me just share that with you. All right, there we go. The women's 400-meter hurdles. What can we say about this event? All 3 women got their qualifying mark. All 3 of them. Rochelle Clayton won that race, 53.81. Andrew Knight, who have been having a super, super awesome season. Cheyenne Salmon, both of them I spoke to at the Grand Slam in Miami, and they all praised the Grand Slam for getting them ready, because when I talk to them, one of the questions I asked them is, how is the Grand Slam helping your preparations for trials and the championship? And they did say that competing at the Grand Slam is helping them to get sharp very early. And we saw that with a lot of our athletes. Osman Dixon is saying, HP, Sean Bailey has the qualifying mark. The qualifying window is from the 1st of August through to the 24th. He has 44, sorry, 0.68 done on the 4th of August. Thank you very much for that, Osman. I did say Sean has, okay, yes, he does have a shot at the Osman. He does have a shot, but the shot that he has is based on ranking. Now, this event will take 48 athletes, and if you have 48 athletes that ran the time in the current season, I think based on World Athletics rules is that the 48 people that ran the time during the season will get the first preference. This is why athletes should try and run their mark as early as they can in a season. Do not wait on the trials to run your mark. So I do agree with you, Ozzy Dixon, that Sean Bailey has the time. Right now, he is ranked number 34 on the ranking list. But when I look, or let me just bring this up for you guys, maybe I can show it with you. When I look at the top list for 2025, I'm going to tell you where Sean Bailey is for this season on the list. Let's see. Sean Bailey, Zandrian Barnes, Rashawn Clark. All right, on the top list for 2025, Sean Bailey is not listed in the top. Let me just make sure to that. All right, let's just make, okay, on the list for 2025, Sean Bailey is not listed in the top 100, but on the ranking list, on the World Athletics ranking list, male 400 meters, he is ranked number 34. He is ranked number 34, but on the list for 2025, I am not seeing a mark for him. I'm not sure why, because he would have put in a mark at the trial. So I'm not sure why we're not seeing that mark. But But for Sean Bailey, it is kind of iffy based on because he is on ranking. So let's hope he can get that mark in. Okay, where was I? Let's go to I was at the women. Let's go to the men's 400-meter hurdles. Again, all our three men, our top men, they are in the party with their qualifying mark. Rashawn Clark is up there. He made the qualifying mark, 48.02. Asani Wilson, I've been watching Asani Wilson all season, and he has been doing well. I've seen him on the Grand Slam circuit, and he has been improving, and it is so good to see him on the team. Last year, he was knocked out to, he finished fourth. He was our number four last year, and he did not make it to Paris. And he made sure that this year he is the number two man with 48.42. And of course, Malik James King, it continues to have a great season, a great career. Had a chat with him on the Grand Slam, and he said he's using the Grand Slam as a way to prepare him for this. So a lot of people said a lot of things about the Grand Slam. It was too early, and athletes don't peak that earlier. Athletes won't be ready. But I've seen where the Grand Slam really helps some of these athletes coming through. Let's look at the women's 200 meters. The women's 200 meters, it's been a little shaky. And when I say shaky, I mean that Sherika has been carrying the flag, the baton, all by herself, all the way around the track. So Sherika has an automatic bye. And for those who are wondering why Sherika did not run at the trials, she is the defending champion. So she will go into this race as a queen. She didn't have to run. She don't have to try and qualify because she has a bye as a defending champion. The next person that we have qualifying for this event is Nisha Berger. Nisha Berger has a qualifying mark of 22.39. Of course, the mark is 22.57 is the mark for the women. Ashanti Moore won the event at the trials. Still waiting to see if she can make that mark to give us at least three people going into that. So there's not much to be said about the 200 meters. 200 meters for men. This event, it has been suffering from the likes of Usain Bolt, retired Usain Bolt, Johan Blake, who has been injured, for so long now. But this event has been suffering, ever since the Dream Team retired, Warren Weir, and so forth. So it is good to see the likes of Andrew Hudson switched to Jamaica, and he made 2023, 2024 team, but we have not really had a presence in this event competitively over the last quite a few seasons. So it's good to see young Brian Level in the event, and he's carrying this event, with he made the qualifying mark on Sunday. Yes, on Sunday in the National Stadium at the trials. He ran 19.7. I think it was at the racers meet. Yes, it was at the racers meet. But unfortunately, it was wind aided. So it doesn't count as a legal mark. It will count as a mark for him, but not as a legal mark. So Brian Level made the qualifying mark. And of course, he took Christopher Taylor with him. Christopher Taylor just a little bit off. And I have to talk about Christopher Taylor because he has been out of competition from 2022. He has been out of competition, and to see Christopher Taylor just coming back within a few weeks and was able to be so competitive, it gives me hope. It gives me hope for the event. So he ran 20.28 and the mark is 20.16. So I can see Christopher Taylor making that mark because this is his event. The 200 and the 400-meter is his event. As it is right now, Andrew Hudson, he's ranked number 12. But we know the ranking can go up and down. But let's see at the end of August or close to the end of August, we will see if the ranking will help some of our athletes because at least 2 months of competition leave to go. I mean, this weekend I think will be Prefontaine, a lot of fast times. I'm sure is going to be running there at the Eugene track. So I think people should try and get in meet and get their mark. Guys, please remember to like, share, and subscribe both on HB Chat Track and Unseen TV. I think Unseen is in the back, ready to join us. Let me see if I can bring him in. No, he's not there as yet. He's not there as yet. But guys, Christopher Taylor is he gives me hope for the 200, both him and Brian Level. Welcome, Dorothy Scott, Olympian, Jamaican Olympian 1980 and 1984 Olympian Dorothy Scott. Monica, welcome, welcome. She is saying, good evening, everyone. Welcome and thank you for being here. Let us now look at which other event we can look at. Yes, let us look at the sprint hurdles. Guys, the sprint hurdles. Megan Tapper. What can we say about Megan? I spoke to Megan at the Grand Slam. I did an interview with her, and she said, I am just out here taking it one day at a time. And she said to me that I have been doubted, I have been written off, but I am taking it one day at a time. What a race from Megan. Who saw Megan pulling away from Akira? Who saw Megan pulling away from Akira over those hurdles? It was a sight to behold. So big up all our hurdlers. We know what Akira Nugent can do. Big up all of them. And Amoy Brown, 12.67. Just outstanding. Just outstanding. I mean, I was looking to see Janique Brown, but I'm not sure what is happening to her. She didn't turn up this season. And Danielle Williams, for those of you who are asking about Danielle did not have to compete, but I love that she came and she competed because Danielle is the defending champion. So she has a wild card. She's just going to walk into Japan and she did not even have to run a race. But I love that she came to the trial, she ran, and she did her thing. So Daniel, so Jamaica will get 4 women in the 100-meter hurdles. Tamika I see is saying Dejane Oakley has the 200-meter qualifying time as well. Yes, I am aware that Oakley has it, but I don't think she'll be running that at the championship. So I did not mention her. I did see her name on the list that she has the qualifying mark, but I don't think she will be touching the 200 because the 200, the 2-4 double at major championship is not easy, and Alisa Felix will tell us because she tried it in I think it was 2013. She tried it, and but it's not easy. So yes, Dejane Oakley actually have that mark as well. But the women's 100-meter hurdles, oh my gosh, we will have 4 women. We will have Danielle Williams, who will be leading the charge, Akira Nugent, Megan Tapper, and Amoy Brown. What a story with Amoy Brown. She cried. She cried. She cried. Guys, there are so many stories, and that is why the aim of my podcast is to carry the athlete's story. And there's so many stories out there. Our athletes, their story is worth hearing, it's worth watching because some of these stories, guys, not normal, not normal at all. I was just speaking with an Olympic and world champion just a few days ago, and I told her that I wanted to write a short story on her for her profile. And I said to her, just give me some main points and I'll write the story. And guys, she gave me the main points. And when I look at the main points, I cried. And I wrote the story and I asked her, I said, is it okay for me to put this part in your story? And she said, yes, HB, because it might just help someone. It might just help someone. And I'm going to publish it so that you guys can read it. But there are so many stories out there, some painful stories out there. So, Amoy Brown, congrats on making your first senior team. Welcome. So, our hurdlers will be very much out there, but guys, the hurdles not normal. It is not normal. The hurdles is at 12.12. This year you had women running 12.17. This is how high the bar is now is with the hurdles. Let us now move to the men. Who is happy for Tyler Mason like me? Tyler Mason. Well, I don't know how this is going to work because, of course, Orlando Bennett won. He has been so consistent for Jamaica and been on teams. The Mario Prince. Who remember the Mario Prince? The Mario Prince was just in high school the other day. And the Mario Prince is on his first national senior team. Tyler Mason, I'm not sure what is going to happen with his spot because Rashid Broadbell, who picked up an injury while warming up, I heard that he got a medical exemption. So let's see how that will play out right there. But I would take Mason for reserve. I think Mason is going to go either way, whether he competes or not. He should go as the alternate. So all our men for the sprint hurdles have achieved the qualifying mark. No, which event we're going to talk about now? Because we're not talking about all the events, but I'm going to wrap up this segment with the 100 meters. The 100 meters. And I'm going to leave the women for last for a reason. Not because I'm a woman, but I'm leaving the women for last for a reason. No, the men's 100 meter had some drama. When I said drama, I mean some real drama. And, different things are being said. But these the normal suspect are in the party. They're very much a part of the party. Oblique Civil is there, Kishin and Akeem. Those were the top three. And some people were saying Jamaica will get four in the men's 100 meter because Akeem Blake won the Diamond League last season. But unfortunately, based on what I've been reading and what I've been hearing, you can correct me, guys, if you have more information. Akeem Blake will not have a bye into the World Championship because the Diamond League final for this season is what will be used for the wild card. So if you know something other than that, let me know. But up to last season, Akeem Blake would have had a bye, so Jamaica would have four men in the final. But the argument is that because the World Championship is so late this season, last year Diamond League results will not impact the World Championship this year. It is actually the Diamond League final for this year, with that will decide the wild cards. Kimani Evans is saying if the Arkansas coach don't get the USA athletes ready for their champs better than they did for the Jamaican athletes, then those guys won't make it. Uh, I don't know if I want to say they won't make it, Kimani, because athletes know how to turn up when it matters. And we've seen athletes being written off and they just come to championship and turn up like a boss. So I don't want to say they are not going to make it, but they have a month. They have like 3.5, 4 weeks to go before their championship. So I'm anticipating the US championship. I really want to see what will be happening there, how things will look there. Track Hero is saying Lane Tava Thomas has the standard based on quota. Okay, I get that, Track Hero, but she did not. Was she at the trials? I don't remember seeing Lani at the trials unless I overlook her. I don't remember seeing her in that 200 meters. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong because I wear glasses. Maybe I was so caught up in other events I did not see her. But the thing is that if you have the qualifying time and you did not turn up to the trials, I don't know how that will work for you with the selectors and the J3 and stuff. So people who did not turn up at the trials, I'm not even going to mention them because I know the rules state that you have to turn up at the trials unless you are given a medical exemption, unless you're exempted for whatever reason. Kimani is saying it just seemed to me that if the Jamaican trials had a deeper field, those guys would have make it. Um, Kimani, to be honest with you, I Rasheen McDonald for sure, I know would have made that mark if he did not slow down. If Rasheen did not slow down, Rasheen would have made that mark. So uh I'm not sure about the other two, but when you look at when you look at the 400-meter men, Kimani, it was a very competitive race, and I was expecting them to push each other because that race had DeAndre Watkin, who won last year. He's an Olympian. It had Javon Powell, Olympian. It had Sean Bailey. It had it had all those top guys. Those are all our top men, especially from lane 3 to lane 7. From lane 3 to lane 7. I don't remember who was in lane 8, but that race I was thinking should have pushed them a little bit more. But hey, it happens. But for sure, if McDonald did not slow down, he would have been. Oh, he's saying he's talking about Arkansas. Oh, Arkansas training group. Okay, okay. Well, let's hope Kimani they will get them ready. And I have been watching track and field long enough, Kimani, to know that not to write off an athlete because I've done it before in my prediction, and that is why I don't predict anymore. In my prediction, I have written off athletes and them embarrass me. I am embarrassed because they turn up. I've seen them written off Big Boy how many times? Rasheen McDonald, for those of you who don't know who Big Boy is. I've seen them written him off so many times and he turn up. I've seen them written off Jail Hyde and Jail Hyde turn up and do well and make the qualifying mark. I've seen them written off Genevieve Russell and Genevieve Russell turn up and do her thing. So I'm done writing off athletes. But going back to the men's 100-meter, of course, there was some drama with Oblique Civil. Thank God it was a national trial, so they waited until all of that was resolved to run that race. But if it was under other circumstances, he would either have to run immediately or not to run. Kishane Thompson is, somebody was saying, Kenny Benerick. I think the 100-meter as it stands right now, to me, the race is between Kishane Thompson and Kenny Benerick right now. Based on form, based on focus, and all of that. We have not seen Noah as yet. We're not sure, but Noah is a man, you don't count him out. Of course, the Africans are doing their thing. So it is going to be a very interesting race. And I'm going to say something that I said last year. Last year, I said in a podcast before the 100-meter run, somebody asked me who I think will win, and I said that race can either be won by Noah, Kishane, or Oblique. Somebody said to me, who is there to run near Kishane? And I said, this is championship. This is championship. When 8 people line up for a final, especially in a sprint race, you never know. It can go anyway. And I even go on to say to them that, look, this race will take a lean to win it. Anybody who is going to win this race will have to lean at the line. And when the race was over, I'm sorry that I said that. I was so sorry that I said it because it went the same way. It was a lean that gave Noah Lyles that victory. So this year, with what I see the Grand Slam has done with Kenny Benerick, I hope nobody underestimate that young man going into that 100-meter, because Kenny Benerick is looked superior in that 100, way different from how he looked last year. And I think if anybody underestimates him, they are crazy. They would be crazy to do that. So all our men, they achieve the qualifying mark. Oblique Seville, Kishane Thompson, and Akeem Blake. Of course, Kishane Thompson, he has equaled the stadium record set by Johan Blake when Johan Blake defeated the great, the legendary Usain Bolt at the Jamaica Trials 2012. I don't know how many of you remember that trials, but I was in the stadium when Johan Blake brought the stadium to their feet after defeating Usain Bolt. So that's it for the men's 100. Let us look at the women's 100. The women's 100, I cried a little bit. It was a bittersweet moment because Tia pulled up, and it's very unfortunate because Tia was on that team last year. As a matter of fact, she made the Olympic final. She was the only Jamaican in the Olympic final last year in the women's 100 meters. So it's very unfortunate that she pulled up. People called me to ask me if I think she will still go. Based on how I know our rules work, she's not going to go because she did not finish the race one, and the 3 women that finish in the top 3 all have the qualifying mark, and I don't see Shelly-Ann losing her spot. I don't see Shelly-Ann losing her spot. Kimani Evans is saying Tia would have run 10.7. I don't know. But I don't see Shelly losing her spot. Shelly should not lose her spot. These things do happen at championships, and I've seen Melaine Walker 2007 trials. Melaine was on fire. She was just it. And Melaine fell. She was leading the 400-meter hurdles, and she fell at the top of the 100-meter. When she came around the bend, she fell. I was at the stadium. She fell, and she had to sit out that year. She wasn't chosen for the team, and she was the number 1 that year. She did not make the team because she fell. Andronette Knight, the same thing happened to Andronette Knight. I think it wasn't last year. I think it was 2023 or 2022. Andronette was the leading 400-meter hurdler, and she fell at the same spot Melaine Walker fell 2007. And Andronette did not make the individual cut for the hurdles. So these things do happen, and I think that was why Oblique did everything to run Friday night, because he knows that, look, I have to run for this spot. So I'm not making the rules, I'm not choosing the team, but based on the rules, I don't think Tia will get into the individual spot. Will they take her for the relays? I don't know. The rule says top 3 in the relay pool, and then the others is discretionary. I really don't like that word, but the other three is based on discretion. So I don't know if Tia will get in for the relays, but I don't see her getting in for the individual spot. But talking about the women's 100, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, age 38 plus. Shelly is going to be 39 in a few months' time. And Shelly made the individual cut. Mrs. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce with a Y. Yes, Shelly, I saw that interview. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce with a Y. Shelly-Ann made that team. And Wednesday it was, I think it was Wednesday. I'm in a track and field group, and they said to me, HP, let us predict the 100 meters. And I predicted, and I got what I predicted. My prediction was 20. My prediction was 20, Sharika / Shelly. And that was what I got. I did say 20, Sharika / Shelly. Anyway, take it, I got it. But I went further and I said to them that I said to my friends, because we do this all the time. I said to them, when that gun goes in the final, Twinny and Shelly is going to be gone. For Sharika to get a spot, Sharika will have to chase them. And the race went exactly how I said it would have gone. Shelly and the twins would have been gone. Sharika would have to run the race of her life to get back in that. If Tia did not pull up, I think we would have seen a different race. How it would have gone? Does that mean Shelly would have finished fourth? Does that mean Sharika would have finished fourth? We don't know. But I did say when that gun goes, it is going to be Twinny and Shelly leading that pack. Sharika will have to chase to get an individual spot. And that was how it went. Vonnie M, Olympian Vonnie M is asking, what about Tia in the relays? That's a good question, Vonnie M. I don't know how the J3A will select for the relay, but what I can tell you is that I think IAAF, World Athletics rule says the top three should be in the relay pool. And that's what is on the J3A side. I think it's the top three, top four in the pool. And then the others is discretionary. Now, the word discretionary, I don't even know how it is used. I would love somebody to use it in a sentence for me, because sometimes I see discretionary picks and I don't know. So I don't know if if Tia will get in for the relays. But I think if Tia gets in for that relay, Jamaica can see a gold medal if the team is set up properly. If that team is set up properly, that team with Twinny, Shelly, and Sharika should not lose the 4x1. Of course, America will be coming with their super team of Melissa Jefferson, who will be starting for the United States. And we know what Melissa Jefferson has been doing all season. She is another one that can take this 100-meter title. Melissa Jefferson. The pack, to me, the final at the World Championship, I can almost pick the top 8 for the final if things go according to plan. But I think in a 100-meter final, Melissa Jefferson, Tina Clayton, and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce will get out early. And I think the chasers are going to be Jillian Alfred, Shakari, and Sharika. How will that 100 unfold? Who will get on the podium? I don't know. But that is one of the races I'm looking forward to. So that is just looking at some of the some of the events. So for me, some of the my overall takeaway from the trials is our athletes did. I hear some people saying, unfortunately, a lot of our athletes did not get their qualifying mark. But I'm going to break down the data because I like data. And I'm going to show you guys that it doesn't look as bad as you think, because a lot of our athletes have their qualifying mark. And I'm going to go through that now. But before I go through that, the athletes turn up and they perform. But and for those who were saying the Grand Slam are gonna burn them out because it's too early and they're not getting, I think the Grand Slam helped a lot of them, and they have said it in interviews that the Grand Slam is helping me to get ready, and they came and they delivered. Because when you look at the Grand Slam people like Akira Nugent, Daniel, Megan, Oblique, Antoinette Knight, Rochelle Clayton, Cheyenne Salmon. Those are all Grand Slam people. Malik James King, Javon Powell, they were all a part of the Grand Slam, and they came. Nikisha Price too. They came and they delivered. Big up Travis. Travis is saying big up. Now I want to touch on something before I. All right, before I touch on Shelly last race in the stadium. Let me just break down some things for those who are saying the athletes. It's somebody said it's embarrassing because the athletes did not get their qualifying mark. Now let me put some things in perspective. The 100-meter for women, all of them got their qualifying mark. The 100-meter for men, all of them got their qualifying mark. The 100-meter for men and for women all got their qualifying mark. The 100-meter hurdles, all the women got their qualifying mark. The 110-meter hurdles, which is for the men, all the men got their qualifying mark. The 200-meter women, two of them have their qualifying mark. The 200-meter for men, we also have a qualifying mark there in Brian Level. Christopher Taylor is not far off. Andrew Hudson also have the time. The 400-meter for women, all of them have their qualifying mark. The 400-meter hurdles for women, they all have their qualifying mark. The 400-meter hurdles for men, they all have their qualifying marks. The triple jump, we know that the triple jump, how the triple jump set, Shanika Ricketts have her qualifying mark. Akila, even though she didn't get the mark, she is ranked number 7. So she too, out of 36 athletes who will be going into this event, I would say she have her mark. The men's triple jump, of course, the heartbreak start now because Jaden Hibbert, who was a bride or who is a bride prospect, will not be there. But Jordan Scott got his qualifying mark. The men discuss, again, another heartbreak. Roger Stoner will not be there. But Ralford Mullins got his qualifying mark. Frederick Dakers is not too far behind. He's ranked number 17. Travis Michael is ranked number 13. I haven't seen him. The men's long jump, another heartbreak. Wayne Pinnock will not be there. But we have Tajay Gale and we have Kerry McLeod, both with the qualifying mark. Going down again, the 800-meter for men and women, Natalia Gould Toppin has her qualifying mark. Navaski Anderson, who just broke the Jamaica national record, is going after his mark. He's not too far either. He's going after his mark. The women's long jump, Akila Smith is not too far. She jumped 6.81, but it is wind aided, so she is now at a legal mark of 6.74. The mark is 6.86. The women's shot put, qualifying mark again, Daniel Thomas Dodd, 19.15 meters, and the mark is 18.8. The men's 400, we do have a qualifying mark there. So when you look at, I'm not sure why somebody said it was embarrassing because our athletes don't have the qualifying mark. But the only people that really don't have the qualifying mark is the three men that finished 1, 2, 3 at the trials. Everybody has basically have their qualifying mark. The men's shot put, we don't have any qualifiers there as yet. We don't. Um, 36 athletes for the event. Our best male is ranked number 37. I get the impression that he's going to be pushed off because with 2 months to go, he might just get pushed off. The person in this that we were depending on, again, another heartbreak, Rajinja Campbell, he has the qualifying mark, but he will not be there for Jamaica. So, and this is why I like to use data, because sometimes we talk and with emotions without checking the data, and people are like, oh, the trials was embarrassing because people didn't get their qualifying mark. All More than 90% of our athletes have their qualifying mark. They might not have done it. All of them might not have done it at the trials, but a lot of them did it coming into the trials, and that is what you want. So for those who are thinking that our athletes don't have their qualifying mark, most of them do, and I just list them for you. All our sprinters have their qualifying mark. All our quarter mile 400, all our 400-meter hurdlers have their qualifying mark. All our women 400-meter have their qualifying mark. All our hurdlers in the sprints have qualifying mark. Our field event athletes, triple jump has qualifying mark. Discus has qualifying mark. Shot put has qualifying mark. Long jump has qualifying mark. And so I just wanted to put that out there to let you guys know that just look at the data. Just look at the data before you panic. No need to panic. Just look at the data. I think because the 400-meter men top three did not get their qualifying mark at the trials, it looked to us as if they did not. So just to go over that again, let me just share with you. The only athletes or events that did not get their qualifying mark, or that doesn't have a qualifying mark yet, is the men's shot put, the women's long jump, which I said is Achilles Smith, who is not too far. The top three in the men's 400 at the trials, the men's 800-meter, and the three relays that we are chasing. So if you took those out of it, I think up to June 29th at the trials, we have done well in terms of athletes acquiring their mark. Um, Okay, Mindset Media is saying, HP, please realize that a lot of these people typing do not know one darn thing. Oh my God. Mindset, you are so not nice. You're so not nice. But I get what you are saying. I get what you are saying. So people, before we panic and say stuff, just go and check the data. Please, just check the data. And this is why, as a track fan, I do not speak with my emotions. I look at the data. I look at what the data shows. And the data shows that most all the main suspects in medaling, even though I don't put anybody aside, but 90% of our athletes has achieved their qualifying mark, and I just list them for you. The men and women 100, they have attained their qualifying mark. Sprint hurdles, men and women, 400-meter men and women, 400-meter women, 800-meter women, triple jump men and women, shot put women, discus men. Um, yeah, they have their standard. And if you don't believe me, guys, just go and look. Use the J3A results and use World Athletics, and you will see that they have their qualifying mark. And I'm not talking about ranking. I'm not talking about where they are ranked, because the ranking can change because we have 2 months to go for athletes to compete, and now athletes are chasing. But so don't say that most of our athletes have not attained their qualifying mark. They have. So I just wanted to share that with you. And before I close, though, I want to touch on something that breaks my heart. And I'm going to talk about Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce a little bit. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce with a Y. Now, Shelly-Ann has been competing for Jamaica from Shelly-Ann made her first national senior team 2007. A lot of you might not remember this, but Shelly-Ann ran on the relay that won a silver medal in Osaka, Japan. Shelly-Ann was on that 4x1 team with Veronica Campbell Brown, Karen Stewart, uh, who else was there? Aileen, I think Aileen was on that team, among others. Don't quote me now because I might get some of those names wrong. But the point I'm trying to make is that Shelly-Ann was on that team. Shelly-Ann on Friday night made her 13th national team for Jamaica. And when I said 13th national team, I'm talking about the Olympics and the World Championship. I'm not even talking about other teams as yet. And Shelly announced that this will be her last race in the stadium. So she's basically winding down to retire. Shelly is 38 plus. She'll be 39 in December. And I was here and I was saying to myself, please let there be a little send off for Shelly during the trials. Because I'm saying what the powers that be should have done was to market trials, the national championships around Shelly. Market it around Shelly to get people to come out and support. Bring some entertainment in and have a nice little send off for Shelly. Shelly running the 100-meter finals. For me, if I was organizing that, Shelly would have come into the stadium in a convertible car, with a Audi, with a Benz, whatever, a convertible car sitting on the top at the back with a cape in the Jamaican color and a tiara. That's how I would have brought Shelly into the stadium and stopped the car right where the grandstand starts and where the 100-meter is going to start. Let Shelly come out and let the people have a moment with her. That you could even do that before you bring in the other ladies for the 100-meter final. Since as you don't want them to be there and get in whatever, let them stay in the warm-up area, the chill room or whatever we call it, and bring Shelly in a convertible car and let the stadium and the people, the Jamaican people, have a moment with her, because we're not going to be seeing her on the Jamaican track ever again. And I was here and I was saying, please let them do it, please, please. And nothing, absolutely nothing. And I said I have to talk about it tonight. Nothing, nothing, a little send off. And I don't want nobody come tell me that there will be a send off later on. The send off was supposed to be at the national championship. That would have been the place to have it, so that Jamaicans could come out and wave the flag and call Shelly and get their last autograph and see Shelly run for one last time. Shelly just run her race and gone home. Shelly just ran her race and gone home, people. I feel away. I feel a way about that. We have a ministry for sport, we have a federation for track and field, and we have the Olympic Association. Three bodies, and nobody thought of it. And I don't want nobody to come tell me that something going to happen next week or next month or in October. It should have happened during the trials, because that's where most Jamaicans would have gotten an opportunity to see her for the last time. Most of Jamaica don't even realize that she's winding down. She's winding down to leave the sport. If we had promoted properly and get the world to come in, the country, sorry, to come in and be a part of that, what a weekend it would have been. But nothing, nothing. Shelly has done something that nobody has done in the sport. Shelly won 5 100-meter title at the world level. No other athlete in the history, and you guys can go and look it up if you don't believe me. No other sprinter has done that. 5 gold medal in the 100. Nobody else has done it in the 100 meter. As great as Usain Bolt is or was, he did not even him do that in the 100 meter. 5. And Shelly made another individual team, not a relay team, an individual team. My people, we have to do better. We have to do better. We have to do right, and we have to do better by our athletes. This is unacceptable for me as a fan. I don't know about anybody else, but this is unacceptable for me as a track and field fan. For somebody who has done so much for the sport, it's not like she's retiring secretly. It's not like she's not going to come back secretly. She announced it. So this was a time for the organizer to get on board and say, hey, we know Shelly announced late, but let us still put something together. Call up one of the car companies and said, look, this is Shelly's last race in the stadium, and we want to do something for her. Can you rent us a car? Can you donate a car for a few hours? I'm sure ATL would say, okay, we will give you a car and a driver. I'm sure ATL would have done that. Bring in the queen in style, because she is a track and field queen. She is a sprint queen. We're not debating it. Go back and look at the data to see. I think Shelly might right now be the oldest female to make an individual team. Please, somebody check it and let me know. If I'm wrong, I stand corrected. This time that Shelly is running is Masters record she is running. Monica Lewis is saying, I saw where they did a presentation to her on the field. Monica, please. I saw that too. That was not enough. Monica, that was not enough. We want the whole shebang, the whole thing. We want to see the whole thing, get the fans involved, have a little something. It would not have taken us, an hour, 30 minutes, because there was a lot of breaks during the trials. I've never seen so many breaks in a track and field meet. So I know that they did a presentation, Monica, but that's not enough for somebody like Shelly. You know something, we're not gonna talk about this anymore because I don't want my blood pressure to go up. And I'm just anyway. Ozzy Dixon is saying that would be nice for the fans, but I don't think it would be the best final preparation for her trying to earn a place. Oh, come on, Ozzy. Oh man. All right, you know something? I'm going to leave it alone because it looked like it's only me alone think that this would have been fitting for both Shelly. You think that if we brought Shelly around in a Mercedes, in a convertible Mercedes, it would have stopped Shelly from making the team? I don't know, but I think we should have done, because no celebration that I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel a way about it. I just feel a way that she didn't get a proper send off with the fans. But as usual, maybe the fans not important. So, but anyway, guys, thank you very much. Sherwood is saying they think that Shelly would have wanted 100% concentration. I'm not going to stop until I get an interview with Shelly, and I'm going to ask Shelly that question. If she was ushered into the stadium in a convertible, draped in a Jamaican cape, if that would have been a distraction from her race. That's what I'm going to ask her. When Usain Bolt was retiring and he was doing his rounds around the world, at Diamond League races, Usain Bolt was ushered in the stadium in a convertible, and he waved to the crowd and wave and do all of that. And then he ran his race. Plenty people might say it's just a diamond league, but I don't know. But that is just my take. That's how I feel about it. I feel that we could have done a little bit more. Some people are going to agree, some people might not agree. It's not every athlete get distracted easily. Shelly is not one of those people. Shelly is not one of the athletes that get distracted easily. Shelly is mentally strong. Shelly is mentally focused. Shelly is mentally mature. Shelly no lose her head easily. Shelly is very mature, and I don't think that would have caused a distraction for Shelly not to make the team. So, but as I said before, that's my take on it, and me feel a little away. But thanks to Usain Bolt came and hung out with her and all of that, and the media made her feel special. So, and the fans who were there. So, thank you very much for doing that. But thank you guys for being here, and you'll be seeing me some more on these things. The World Championship is in 2 months, and of course, we'll be doing more discussion about Jamaica's medal haul or Jamaica medal, how our medal look, how our medal prospects, how it will look in Japan. But there are some races that I'm really, really looking forward to. And the one that really makes me nervous than any other race is going to be the women's 100 meter, because I think that race is, to me, is going to be one of the most competitive. The women's 100 meter is the one that I don't know if I'll be able to watch, but that one is going to be fireworks. But guys, thank you very, very much. Monica is saying they didn't do that for Bolt, so why is it surprised that they would do it for Shelly? Okay, I rest my case. All right, all right, let us say this now. So somebody's saying, all right, so for the person who is saying that Shelly would not want that distraction. Why we didn't do it Sunday night? Why Sunday night we did not say ask the people to stay back because we're going to have a little treat to send off Shelly? Why we didn't do it Sunday night? Since as we are making excuses or we are saying it would have been a distraction Friday night, why we didn't do it Sunday? We could have done it Sunday night. We could have invited Shelly to come back to the stadium Sunday night and do it Sunday night. So tell me, guys, tell me why we did not do it Sunday night. Since as we're saying it would have distracted her, which I don't think it was, but since as that's what we're saying, why we didn't do it at the end of the trial, just like how we do champs when we have boys and girls champs. The Saturday night after the 4x4, we have a little entertainment afterwards and people sit down in the stadium and enjoy it. Why we didn't do it that night? I'm waiting for your feedback, guys, before I go. But wherever in the world you are, whether you're in Africa, Asia, Antarctica, Oceanic, South America, Europe, wherever you are in the world, thank you for joining tonight. I was going to say have a great weekend because I'm used to being here on a Thursday, but it's just Tuesday night. Have a great rest of the week, guys, and we will talk some more. And of course, Unseen did not turn up. Unseen did not turn up, guys, my co-host for tonight. But thank you for staying with me while we have this little chat. And I will see you again soon. And I want you to check out an interview that I will be posting Thursday night. Thursday night, yes, Thursday night coming. So thank you guys very much. Thanks everyone. Monica Lewis, Sherwood, thank you very much. Ozzy Dixon, thank you. Vonnie M, Olympian Vonnie M, Mindset Media, thank you very much for that. Travis, thank you for being here. Tamika, Kimani, One Track Hero, Kino, One Kino, Coach Kino, thank you all for being here. Dorothy Scott. Guys, please remember, I don't say this a lot, but please remember to subscribe to my channel, share the content, and give me some love. Show me some love. And please show me some love by sharing and engaging. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about what I said, especially that part about Shelly. I'm going to snip that part and repost it, and you can share with me your views on how we send off Shelly in front of the stadium, in front of the fans. Was it fitting for you? Was it enough for you? I can tell you it was enough for me. Ozzy saying he agree 100% that Sunday night would have been better. I guess, yeah. Yep. So anyway, guys, thank you. Have a great evening, and I will see you when I see you. Don't be a stranger now. Please to go and check out my interviews, and please watch the athletes' stories. There are some great stories from our athletes. Some of them will make you cry. Some of them will make you smile. Some of them will make you want to hug them, and so check out their story. And please to share the content. And Unseen TV, wherever you are, you and I are going to have words on that. Vonnie M is saying, unseen was not seen. Yes, indeed, in Tommy Cohen's voice. Unseen was not seen. I love that, Vonnie M. But thank you guys very much. Night, night. Have a good night. Have a good night, Monica, everyone. Thank you for being here. Peace.
Jamaica's track and field legacy is unmatched. It is a story of triumph, resilience, and extraordinary talent. But do you know the stories behind the athletes who brought us glory? Hi, I'm HP, founder of HP Chat Track. My mission is simple: to celebrate the rich legacy of Jamaica track and field and shine a light on the incredible people who make it happen. Winning that race was a dream come true, but the journey wasn't easy. It's not just about medals, it's about inspiring the next generation. Jamaica track and field isn't just a sport, it's our pride, our culture, our heart. Every week I sit down with athletes, coaches and fans to bring you stories of dedication, passion and legacy. Plus, we've got exciting news and exclusive insights into the world of track and field. Make your Thursday night be at HP's place. Come hang out with us at HP Chat Track Studio, where track and field is our business. Jamaica, one people,